Okay, we have reached a decision point in Bitcoin. After its dramatic rise from a low back here of 16,000 from a year ago, we've seen a fantastic skyrocketing price starting in September and October, all the way up to about 45,000 is the high we've hit. Now, just a few days ago, this is a weekly chart I'm looking at. Just a few days ago, we were zoomed out to find out, well, how high might Bitcoin go on this run? And I had popped a line right here at the top of the high back in March 2022, which is sitting right around 48,000 and some change, 48,485 or so. Bitcoin did not make it that high. It has faltered since then. What have we reached a high somewhere of about, not quite 45,000. And as I zoom into the daily and take a more critical eye at the daily, here I'll move to the daily now. You can see that we're actually, for the first time in a while, seeing some weakness in Bitcoin and the crypto market in general. From about a high of 45,000, we've gotten down all the way almost to 40,000 in the past week or so. Now, this is not unusual. When you see a fantastic rise in prices, a big move upward, the market will come back. Nothing will go up in a straight line. So we're seeing some in and out movement, which is to be fully expected. But you can't look at this chart and see this triangular wedge that is forming with the highs getting lower and the lows getting higher. What that creates is a wedge, and it indicates price is about to decide where it's going to go. It's either going to break out of this wedge and move higher and start attacking the 45,000 level again, or it could very well fall out and move down, which would not be surprising. I'm kind of seeing that in other areas of the market. For example, ADA, Cardano. If you look at Cardano, it is in a definite downward wedge. I just did a video on VET earlier today. Still, no, VET's very confusing. Look at that big old candle today, but it's still showing a downward wedge. I think Ethereum was kind of looking like Bitcoin with a constricting price as well. I said wedge, but what I mean is channel. Look at the channel. These are falling down. Definite downward channels. Now, Bitcoin's not moving that cleanly unless you wanted to throw something like this, which you could actually. You could throw that there and then say that's a downward wedge as well. So there's definitely, like I said, some weakness. It's not going to surprise me if the market falls out of this wedge and starts making its way down. Now, how far would it go if it does start to fall? Again, this is for long term. I'm long crypto. So long term, I think we've got quite a bit to go much higher, but I'm just talking short term, and I'm going to take a Fibonacci and move it from that swing low to this swing high. I always like to look at this .618 when you're talking about, has a trend changed? Okay, have we gone from a uptrend to a downtrend, at least in the time frame we're looking at, which is a daily here. And you can see this line, this green line, the .618 on the Fibonacci, matches to about, what's that, 41,200? You can see how well it's been respected over the last few days. This day, the price fell below, and then went back up. Fell below, went back up. Fell below, went back up, stayed up above it. Even today, price has fallen below. See that wick down below this green line, and has now closed back above. So this line right here has been respected lately by Bitcoin. It's going to be very curious to find out, does price fall and then close below this .618 line? If it does, your next target is going to be 40,000. It's a nice round number. You can see that's where this wick started or stopped here. So it would make sense the market would make it to 40,000 before deciding what to do next. And then if it makes it on, I really wouldn't want to see crypto fall below, or Bitcoin fall below 39,000. If it does, still, it's no different as far as long term. But boy, I'd hate to see it get back into this range that it spent so much time breaking out of and have to redo all the work that it has done. But it can do it. I mean, we can't be all that greedy. We've seen a dramatic rise since, goodness, in 2 months. It's gone from 26,000 to a high of 45,000. So even if it starts ranging in here and breathes for a while before popping back out, it is what it is. I think it might, if it does range here, it could very well go up in the long term. I believe it will. But I'm more concerned to see if it can hold some of these levels right here. I'd like it to see it hold some of these levels, but these are the levels you want to watch. If Bitcoin falls out of here, watch it around 40,000 and then see what happens around 39 and see how the market reacts. We'll look for clues to see if the market, if and when it reaches those levels, how it behaves to tell us if it's going to fall any further. So be sure to check back often. All right, take care.